Alaikum, my dear viewers. Welcome to our RST online class. I am Mahmud Anwar from Milestone School and College. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Dear viewers, today we will discuss from chapter 4. Our lesson is 15, terrorism, and lesson 16, HIV and AIDS. Today we will discuss introduction of terrorism, bad effects of terrorism, Islamic rules to prevent terrorism, some important verse about terrorism from lesson 16, introduction of HIV and AIDS, how HIV spreads, the measures for prevention of HIV and AIDS, and related creative question of today's topic. Dear viewers, first of all, we will discuss about terrorism. The Arabic term of terrorism is al-irhab. Terrorism means anarchy, indiscipline, feud, etc. In the Islamic terminology, terrorism means unleashing unrest and cause disaster. In other words, a situation contrary to orderly and peaceful one is terrorism. Many disruptions in human society can be created through threats, injustice, oppression, etc. Such an unstable situation is called terrorism. Hijacking, highway brigandage, disappearance, murder, kidnapping, abduction, militancy, etc. are instances of terrorism also. Oppression, torture, feud, conspiracy, wars, and strife are some other forms of terrorism. In modern concept, terrorism stands for fitna fasad. Terrorism implies panic or terrible situation. The practice of creating panic situation and taking something forcefully from someone is also known as terrorism. Now, dear viewers, we will discuss about the bad effects of terrorism. Dear viewers, Islam is the religion of peace. It is a disciplinal and decent code of life given by Allah the Almighty. It does not have any space for indiscipline and anarchy. Rather, unity, fraternity, amity, generosity, forbearance from the main foundation of Islam. All the rites and rituals, rules and regulations of Islam are scientific and impressive. Offering salat in congregation is a glaring example of this. All irrespective of rich and poor, king and subject, black and white, stand shoulder to shoulder in rows behind a single imam. All bow and prostrate together and offer salah. There is no scope of indiscipline. All other rules and regulations of Allah the Most High are of the same character. Even this whole universe is directed in a disciplined way, directed by Allah the Almighty. No anarchy, no mismanagement is noticeable anywhere. Our personal, social, national, and international life too should be should be so disciplined as these. But terrorism is obstacles to it. As a consequence of terrorism, disorder and disaster befall all levels of society. Normal lifestyle becomes intolerable. A society in constant terrorism can never prosper. Social unity and cohesion are destroyed. In such a society, man's life, property, and honor are not secure. Man cannot follow his own religion freely. Education and training, trade and commerce, transaction of all types, social rites and festivals, national occasion and ceremonies cannot be observed smoothly because of terrorism. Terrorism breeds threat and panic in society. Law and order collapse. In a word, anarchy prevails in society and country as inevitable consequences of terrorism. The path of peace and progress becomes obstruct because of terrorism. In fact, terrorism is extremely fatal offenses. The floodgate of all kinds of injustice and oppression is opened by terrorism. Terrorism creates disorder in the society and paralyzes social life. The normal lifestyle is disrupted. There is no security of life in the area where terrorism prevails. Anybody can be victim of unnatural death anytime because of terrorism. The safety of man's property is questioned for terrorism. It destroys human dignity and reciprocal relationship, creates hostility, paralyzes law and order and administration. As a result, national prosperity and progress are severely hindered. Dishonest persons take advantage of this anarchic situation. For this, Allah the Most High says in the Holy Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Wal fitnatu ashaddu min al qatl, meaning terrorism, that means fitna, is worse than murder. This verse is from Surah Al-Baqarah, ayat 191. Terrorism breeds immorality and leads to spread of condemnable dealing in society. Terrorism destroys the ethical and human values of society. Terrorism is entirely repugnant to the Islamic ideals. It is forbidden in Islam. Allah the Most High has prohibited the breeding of indiscipline and anarchy. Allah the Most High has prohibited the bleeding of indiscipline and anarchy. In this regard, in the Holy Quran, Allah the Almighty says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَلَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا, meaning, once peace and order have been restored on earth, we shall not breed anarchy. This verse is from Surah Al-A'raf, verse number 56. Terrorism on earth is the making of man himself. Man breeds different types of terrorism on earth by his unjust and wrong deeds. They are men of heinous character who create terrorism. Allah the Most High holds them in severe indignation. Allah says, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَلَا تَبْغِ الْفَسَادَ فِي الْأَرْضِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُحِبُّ الْمُفْسِدِينَ. Meaning, you shall not cause strife on earth. Surely, Allah does not like the strife mongers. This verse is from Surah Al-Qasas, ayat num 77. Now, dear viewers, we'll discuss about the Islamic rules to prevent terrorism. Islam has instructed the Muslims to fight against terrorism unitedly. Islam has also declared this fight as the war to keep Muslims' faith in Allah. In this regard, Allah the Almighty proclaims in the Holy Quran, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, وَقَاتِلُوهُمْ حَتَّى لَا تَكُونَ فِتْنَةٌ وَيَكُونَ الدِّينُ كُلُّهُ لِلَّهِ. Meaning, Allah said, and you shall not be fighting against them until mischief is over and Allah's deen, that means Islam, is established in full. To remove terrorism, Islam has generally taken three types of safeguards. First one is awarding punishment. Allah dislikes much the act of terrorism and disorder. Allah has ordered to severely punish those who will continue the act of terrorism, violating His order. Allah the Almighty asserts in this regard, those who fight against Allah, the Creator, and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and commit destruction will be killed or crucified or murdered by getting their hands and legs cut off from the opposite sides or be banished from the country as punishment. This is their earthly disgrace and there waits also severe punishment in the afterlife. This verse is from Surah Ma'idah, verse number 33. Second point is finding out reasons and proper solutions. Islam has put emphasis on finding out the reasons behind terrorism and its solution. For this reason, Islam has given much importance on taking steps to prevent poverty, unemployment, and moral decadence. Third point is moral awareness. By implementing Islamic principles and by awakening the sense of morality in every sphere of our life, we can abolish terrorism. We need to increase social awareness for raising moral awareness. The sense of awareness can be created through detesting terrorism and socially boycotting the terrorist. So, dear viewers, the demerits and evil consequences of terrorism is extremely terrible. We shall save from them. We shall restore peace and discipline in the society by means of practicing noble qualities and good deeds. We shall collectively raise resistance and against terrorism, militancy, and anarchy. Now, dear viewers, we will discuss from lesson 16 and our topic is HIV and AIDS. The name of a great panic in the present century is AIDS. Although this modern age is the age of knowledge and science, but AIDS has become a terrific threat to public health worldwide. This disease was discovered at first in America, that means USA, in 1981 among the homosexuals. The name of the virus which causes this fatal disease is human immune deficiency virus. That means HIV in brief. If anyone is attacked with HIV, he or she marked Y as HIV bearer. After entering into the body, this virus destroys the disease preventive T4 cells of blood. Consequently, the victim loses all his preventive power against disease. The victim gradually collapses in the lap of death. Now we will know how HIV spreads. All persons, irrespective of age, nation, gender, and social status, can be equally attacked with HIV. With HIV, which spreads in the human body through different types of liquids. These liquids are blood, sperm, mother's milk, etc. If the liquid of a HIV attacked male or female enters into the body of a healthy person, that person may be victimized. The main causes of spreading HIV and AIDS are: first one, illegal sexual behaviors. Second one, to push drugs and intoxicating objects into the body through the syringe, and to inject unpurified blood into the body. Now we'll know the measures for prevention of HIV and AIDS. Point 1, to lead a healthy marital life. Second point is to avoid illegal intercourse between man and woman. Third one is to abandon drugs and all intoxicating items. Fourth one is not to interject unpurified blood into the body. So we'll obey the rules and regulations of Islam and avoid all social crimes. We'll protect ourselves and the society from all crimes and contagion. Dear viewers, if we want to save our life from AIDS, we have to maintain pure life. That means self-purification. It is helps growth of and brings success to man. Self-purification turns man perfect in this temporal life. Such man escape from all kinds of evil instincts and keep away from all sinful immoral practices. As a result, he earns respect and love of all. In fact, self-purification is the medium of success. A person is unfortunate who fails to attain self-purity. He can never attain successes. Allah the Almighty says about Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا وَقَدْ خَابَ مَنْ دَسَّاهَا. Meaning, surely that person will be successful who has kept his soul pure, and that person will be unsuccessful who pollutes himself. This verse is from Surah Shams, verse now 9 to 10. So dear viewers, as a Muslim, we have a complete lifestyle given by Allah. We have to obey Islamic rules and make the other people conscious about HIV. So, dear viewers, now we'll see today's topic, related to creative questions of today's topic. This is from your practice, and your HW number is 4. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next class. Till then, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.